When I went to Jefferson Hospital, they kicked me out the first time. Let me on a wild goose chase, and then I went there the second time in the morning, and they were very rude. The young doctor crossed out autism in the first 10 seconds. He said, "Well, you're not autistic." The one lady behind the counter kept using the D word. The D word, the D word, the D word. I don't think she meant distinguished. I think she meant drugs. So they judged me. And then they drug screened me. And it came back that I was on Oxycontin and angel dust. And I said, "Well, I'm not." And I said, "I haven't even been smoking pot. Like, what's up with this?" And they said, "Well, these are the things that we did not find in your system." I said, "But I haven't been smoking any pot. So you shouldn't have found pot in my system. I haven't been doing any opiates, so you should not have found any opiates in my system." So I immediately, after I left Jefferson, checked myself back into Phil Haven because I knew they took blood tests immediately. And I stayed there for 3 days. And when I was let go, a nice nurse named Stu said, "By the way, Michael, we didn't find any angel dust or Oxycontin in your system." Thanks, Stu. You're the man. I fucked up their paper trails. All their paper trails conflict with one another. I went from a good hospital to a bad hospital, to a good one to a bad one. And bad, I mean greedy. Like Holy Hands is good, Jefferson's greedy. Money. Presbyterian, good. Phil Haven, money. I mean, it's an easy read. It needs fixed. People can be fixed the first time that they're 302'd. They never have to be 302'd twice. That's a waste of money. And some of these places keep you in after your 3 days, saying that you need to stay in because they know your insurance will cover it. And then, amazingly, after your insurance runs out, they let you go that day. It's frustrating. They try to piss you off. And then once they can piss you off, they point their finger at you and they say, "You're going to have to stay." I mean, it's bullshit. And then the one night they took 6 EKGs until they finally found something, and they call it tachycardia. And they took me off my Ritalin so I couldn't think and focus properly. 6. They took 6 EKGs until they found something that they could possibly label. The one doctor had me marked down as psychotic. I said, "I'm not psychotic. What are you talking about?" And she said, "Well, I have to write something down." I said, "Well, that's not the correct thing to write down." And she goes, "What are we going to do about your medication?" I said, "Well, I came in here because I stopped smoking pot and I haven't been eating correctly. So I want to get myself back on an eating schedule." And she said, "Well, we have to change your medication somehow." It didn't need changed. She was Slavic, but she did not listen to me. She marked me down as homicidal. That means I want to kill people. Never crossed my mind. These people were absolute idiots. These healthcare providers, some of them that I dealt with, were absolute idiots. They could not even be good garbage men, and they are in control of people's lives. That is what I learned, and that is very serious, and that is what I need to fix. 5 mental institutions in 4 years, and I had to use one to cover the other one and contradict it. Jefferson University falsified my drug record to make it look like I was on angel dust and Oxycontin. They're big boys. The littler hospitals were intimidated by them. That's wrong. University of Penn is top notch. Top notch. Thomas Jefferson would be so pissed off his name on that piece of shit hospital. And that's what it is. Piece of shit hospital. With a name. It's awful. Thomas Jefferson should haunt that hospital. That would be awesome. Peace.